Hi, I'm Grace, and I'm here to give you 5 reasons why renters need insurance. The first is theft. So, if someone breaks into your apartment or home and steals all of your belongings, you need coverage. But did you know that it protects your belongings even while they're away from your home? So, let's say you have $2,000 worth of hunting equipment in your truck and someone breaks in and steals it. Well, that actually happened, and it was covered under renter's insurance, not auto insurance. The second reason is fire. Here's an interesting fact. Did you know that failing to clean out the lint trap on your dryer is a leading cause of fire? So, if you didn't even know your dryer had one of those, stop, go right now and take care of that. Speaking of fire, I recently saw a commercial by a disaster relief organization, and it showed a woman talking about how she and her family had barely escaped with their lives from a house fire, and how in that moment it was so important just to have a toothbrush to call her own. Well, if you don't have renter's insurance, that could be all you have for a while. The third reason is natural disaster. If you haven't experienced it for yourself, we know that in Indiana the most likely natural disaster is going to be a tornado. And from photos, we all know that that can be catastrophic. The fourth reason is liability. So liability comes into play when you are responsible for accidental bodily injury or property damage to others. And we're not just responsible for our own actions, we're also responsible for the actions of our pets and our kids. For example, one of the largest non-automobile related liability claim that I've come across involved an elderly person that tripped over someone's dog and broke her hip. Well, as you can imagine, with the cost of medical treatment and an injury that severe, that adds up fast. Or take, for example, a situation where a group of teens was all hanging out at somebody's house, and there were a couple boys there that brought their motorcycles. Well, one of the girls went to go check out the motorcycle, and she accidentally knocked it over on a gravel driveway. Fortunately, her parents' homeowner's liability covered the damage to that motorcycle. And of course, renter's liability works the same way. It does protect you and your family even while you're away from your own home. And the fifth and final reason is just for the peace of mind. When you consider the coverage that you receive versus the relatively low cost, it totally makes sense. Because if the worst happens to you, you want to be left with more than just a toothbrush.